Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, the first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Bahari. I would like to present about my presentation. This is about assessing language. But before that, uh, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Bahari, and my partner is Arvito Chandra. In here, we would like to present our assessing language, that is language from language assessment and evaluation. Okay, in here, what is assessing listening? Listening tests typically resemble reading comprehension tests, except that the student listens to a passage instead of reading it. The student then answer multiple choice questions that address various levels of literal and inferential comprehension. So the listening test typically it seems looks like reading, and also when we are student, sometimes we can hear or we can listen that from the material that we read, and also we can answer from multiple choice that can be to increase our reading. Okay, next. In here, how do we access listening skill? Sometimes teachers can assess students' listening skills by conducting a few simple activities, record the results from the activities, and develop an action plan of addressing how to improve listening skills if needed. If you believe hearing is problem and not listening, advise the student's parent to consult an audiologist. Um, like example, listening skills, we need to listen to a video or to movie, so that's why we can improve our listening skill there. Like example, we watch a video, and that video is about English people. That is, they are talking about English, so we listen about to them, what they talk, and then what they discuss, and then we can take the point of from them. It is looks like their pronunciations, and then their how to say the word is perfect. Okay, next, integration of skills in language assessment. In the classroom, an even greater proportion of time is devoted to the integration of skills. For example, discussion. They are discussion, asking questions, and then group work, responding to readings, solving problems. All of this require the language user to engage in parallel processing at least two skills simultaneously. So, in here, if we would like to uh, integrate of our skills in language assessment, we need to we need to learn from the discussion, and then asking question, and then also we have to group work and also responding to readings, because from there we can take many learnings from discussion and asking question and other other materials. So those skills will be make better for ourselves for doing uh, for doing to listen about material that we don't know. So at least we have to take two skills from them. Okay, and then next, assessing grammar and vocabulary. Any test of grammar or vocabulary invokes two or more of the separate skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Forms in vocabulary quiz and grammar tests must be heard and or read answers in written or oral form. So in here, any test when we learn and when we learn about grammar and vocabulary, there are skills uh, to listening, and then speaking, reading, and writing. And there we can do some tests in listening and speaking, reading and writing, and also we can combine them into one point, and then we can make them into vocabulary quiz and grammar test. So that can be our learning to listen to what, like making an assessment of listening. So from there, we just answer in written or oral form. So that's why we can take the point from assessment, from assessing grammar and vocabulary. So that's why grammar and vocabulary is very important for our listening. And then observing the performance of the four skills. The first important principle for assessing of a learner's competence is to consider the ability of the results of a single performance, such as that produced in a test. So, when we are learning about listening skills, there we have to observe our performance from four skills just now. Uh, the first important because assessing a learner's competence to consider their ability. That's why we have to perform as well as possible. And then we have to perform their we have to perform our ability in reading, speaking, and also writing and listening. So from there we have to increase as well as possible until we make our performance be better. Okay, next. This is the best point, not the best, but this is the good point for us to learn much about listening skills or listen or learn to assessment. There are four points. So the first is several tests that are combined to form an assessment, and then two, a single test with multiple tasks to account for learning styles and performance variables. Three, in class and extra class group work. And last four, somewhat less conventional form of assessments, HC journal, portfolio, conference, observation, self-assessment, peer assessment. So from those 4 points, mm, there is important for our performance in our skills to do some assessment in learning in the listening. So we have to know about these points before we do or before we act about our performance. Now, so it will be good if we have known about these points. Okay, and the last basic types of learning. The first is recognition. Recognition, uh, sometimes we can know it is about identification of someone or something or person from previous encounters of knowledge. And then the two, interpretation, the action of explaining the meaning of something. So interpretation, it looks like interpret when we would like to explain about the meaning of this word, and then we would like to translate about this sentence into good meaning from to make people understand. And then three, context and content. It looks like the point inside the types of learning, because context and content, they are they are already good from what is assessment in listening, because content and context is most important for our learning. So we have to do or discuss about the content that we would like to learn some materials that we would like to know. And then last, retention of meaning. Retention of meaning, it's kind of the continued possession, use, or control of something. Like we would like to do something, but before that we have to control something that we don't know, and then we have to do better, like the action of serving and continuing to hold a substance. Okay, maybe that's all for me. If I have a problem, please forgive me. The last saying, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.